All right, people. You spoke and I listened. You're always asking me for easy breakfast ideas, and I've got that for you today in the form of 3 delicious casseroles. I'm gonna start with my newest development, the breakfast Crunchwrap Casserole. In the Taco Bell version of their breakfast Crunchwrap, they have bacon in with their eggs. I'm doing sausage because you can stretch it further, and so it's a little bit cheaper. So I cooked my sausage, and I'm just gonna keep those drippings in the skillet. I'm gonna drain that. Right now for the egg portion, I've got 10 eggs in here. I'm just gonna scramble them with just a little bit of water. I don't add milk, I just like water because it makes them, to me, extra fluffy. Season with a little salt and pepper. I'm using the same skillet I did to cook the sausage to cook the egg because it's all mixing together anyway. I'm just gonna melt in a tablespoon of butter. And the thing to remember here is that we're gonna cook our egg like super soft scrambled because it's gonna finish cooking later in the casserole, so you don't wanna overcook them. And the way to do that is to cook it over low and slow heat with constant stirring. This is one of those dishes in general that just looks harder than it is to make. So that's why you'll be just the hit of the next brunch. This is also a great meal prep option for like busy school mornings. When I developed this the other day, I cut it into a bunch of squares and brought it home, wrapped them up. It's great, reheated. Perfect for grab and go. All right, this is where you want them. See, they're like super creamy. So far we've cooked sausage and we've cooked eggs. You can do this. The Crunchwrap has this like creamy kind of salsa sauce in it. This is the way I'm making it. So it's about 2 parts sour cream to 1 part salsa. And then a couple tablespoons of diced pickled jalapenos. Some of this is going inside, and then you want to save some for the top because you're going to want more. Just saying. Okay, now we build. All right, so I'm starting by brushing some butter liberally over the bottom of a 9x13. This is going to help make the outside really crispy. Then you take some large flour tortillas. You're going to need 5 or 6 depending on the size of your casserole dish. And then you're gonna place your tortillas draping over the sides. It's gonna form like a little package. So you're gonna put 5 around the outsides to look something like that. And then just some shredded cheese. This is gonna act as our glue throughout the whole casserole. So I'm gonna put some on the bottom, which is actually gonna be the top after we, finish the process. Our cooked sausage on top of our cheese. Okay, and then we're gonna put our eggs over the sausage. And now some of our sauce over the egg part. Okay, and then a little more cheese. In the lunch version, it's tostadas in the middle, but in the breakfast version, the hash browns. You wanna cook these extra crispy because when they, mix into here, you want them to stay really crunchy to keep that Crunchwrap feel. You're just gonna layer them down. This is what makes it our Crunchwrap. And then the remaining cheese to act as our glue to close it all up. Then you've got your final tortilla. You're gonna place that in the center and then fold over the ones that are hanging over to seal it up. Okay, and then you're gonna brush on the remaining butter and that's gonna seal it down. Oh, it's gonna be so good. This bakes at 375 degrees for just about 25 minutes or just until it's golden toasted all the way around. Just wait. You're about to have the most magical brunch ever. First things first, you can't call it a Crunchwrap without the crunch. Now, when you're feeling brave, find what you want to serve it on, place her on top, shot of courage. Grab both your serving platter and your casserole dish and give her a flip. And the big reveal. Voila! This looks a lot more impressive than it is. Wait till you see the inside. Oh my gosh. Gotta get your garnish. To finish it off, I'm gonna top it with a little more of the sauce, a little sprinkle of some green onion. This is the casserole you eat with your hands. It's all your typical ingredients in a breakfast casserole, but instead of having all that soggy bread on the inside, you get this crunchy toastiness on the outside. I gotta share the love. Roscoe!
Yo, look at the potato. Come on now.
Come on now.
Come on now. Oh, scallions? Garnish.
He gets as excited about it as I do.
It's like the perfect egg and cheese burrito. Winner!
It's a good day to be in the office.
Cheers.
Cheers, thanks.
Love you.
Hey! This McGriddle Casserole is starting with complete pancake and waffle mix, where all you have to add is water. I do my best to keep the cost down. That took less than a minute. Like I said, this is a sweet and savory kind of casserole, so I'm gonna go in with the sweet, which is a little bit of maple syrup. I'll chop up my bacon. This recipe will work with just 1 pound of sausage or bacon. I just had some extra bacon, so I'm throwing it in for a little extra protein. Then a little bit of cheese, or a lot of it. Literally the epitome of easy. And I just love this because my kids will take, you know, their pancakes and their sausage and wrap it up and dip it in the syrup. This just does it for them. I've made this before in muffins, which, by the way, you can do this same recipe and just divide it up into muffin tins and have little single-size servings, but this is a casserole episode. So that's it. This is gonna go into the oven, 350 degrees. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy right here. My brain says I should wait to cut it. My heart says dig in. It's just like a big fluffy pancake with sausage and bacon. What's not to love? For my final trick, not only is this one easy, but it's also really fast, quick, and easy cinnamon roll casserole. How good does that sound? This recipe lives at allrecipes.com under the title, Quick and Easy Cinnamon Roll Casserole. This is gonna be a cross between bread pudding meets French toast casserole meets monkey bread. Woo! Don't toss out the icing. So we're gonna take our cinnamon roll dough and then just cube them up and place them into our casserole dish. This is kind of like our weekend breakfast, especially at the lake. Half a stick of butter. I'm gonna try to coat each one individually. It already smells good. 4 eggs. We're gonna make a little custard to pour over it. Half a cup of heavy cream, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, just pour it over, and then I'm gonna top it off. Purely optional to add some chopped nuts. I'm doing some chopped pecans, and then just a drizzle of maple syrup and a sprinkle of brown sugar. This one bakes at 375 for about 20 to 25 minutes. That does not look like it started with canned cinnamon rolls. That is a casserole with perfect bites, if you ask me. For the frosting, I'm gonna take that stuff that came with the cinnamon rolls. I'm just gonna add in a little sprinkle of cinnamon just so it kind of has those flecks. And then the drizzle. When the icing hits the casserole, the heat is gonna make the magic happen. Kind of impressed with this one. I also love this more than like a French toast casserole because it's like not custardy at all. You're really getting a cinnamon roll that you can just eat with your fork. You get the crunch from the pecan. Of course, you've got all the sweetness, but that toastiness on the outside with the soft inside. Y'all know what we call that. Perfect bite. I hope one of these dishes have inspired you. I told you they would be easy, and I told you that these casseroles will not be the same old, same old. And also, do you have a boring old dish you want me to spice up? Let me know. You know Brunch's favorite drink, right? Mimosa time. Now, you know I'm not just gonna give you a plain old mimosa. While it might be Brunch's favorite drink, Nicole's favorite drink usually includes. So I'm gonna create the perfect brunch cocktail. I'm calling it a Madras Mimosa. A Madras is just vodka, cranberry, orange, right? First of all, if I do have a mimosa, it's just like a whisper of juice. This one's actually perfect for sipping. And don't tell me you don't put ice in a mimosa. I know, this is a Madras Mimosa. I'm combining the two. I say you start out with equal parts vodka, orange juice, cranberry. Give it a stir. That's the color. And then top it off with your bubbles. Cheers. That is so much better than a mimosa.